What's up guys, and welcome back to WBC Builds, and welcome to part 2 of February's edition of the server update tour. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing Stately Home Mania in part 1. If you haven't already seen that, go check it out now. There is absolutely incredible houses to see in there. Now part 2 will focus mainly on Europa, seeing everything that's got to be offered over here. So let's get straight into that. So we find me here in the first town on the server tour for part 2. This is Breznice. So this is Limbo's town, and he's brought over as much as he could from the old server. He's one of these guys that actually has been able to start quite heavily rebuilding his town. Now you find me here in the town square, the old town square. This is meant to be built in about 1600 in a very nice Baroque and sort of early Palladian style. And what you can see going on here are some building techniques I have never ever seen before. Look at that. Just look at it. Not my head. Not that face, but this. There is not birch, but there is oak mixed with hay blocks. What on earth is going on here? Now, in our new texture pack, the version 1.3.1, hay has been changed to quite a nice colour, the same with wheat. And it really gives you a sort of form of using it in the walls like this. Although when you change it over to the normal texture pack, it still looks a-okay. Now there isn't a great deal to see here just yet. We're going to peek our heads over there. There are some of his old buildings from the previous world. But what I wanted to show you quickly as well, we'll come back to this place because I really like that one, but I didn't actually mention it, is this tower. The gradient on it, when he shared this previously in our Discord, I went, wow, that's some real nice gradient. Because for me, I've always been worried and sort of like hesitant to build anything pure white, because I just don't know how to grade any of it. This is definitely a good example of how to, one, build on an angle, and 2, gradient sort of white blocks. So great stuff here, Limbo. Love the clock face. That's really nice. That is really, really nice. Anyway, leave the clock face alone. You can see there's going to be an absolutely gigantic river through here. Lovely bridge down there. I like what you've done with the place, especially all the gradients through here. Gradients. So for me, 2021 really is going to be the year where I start using gradients more, and you guys on the server really are starting to inspire me quite heavily. Speaking of gradients again, you can see this building here. I wanted to mention first of all, this is something you see a lot of in European towns. One of these sort of heavily detailed medieval buildings. Now this would be in some sort of clocked for sort of sundials or anything like that, because obviously people didn't have watches or smartphones or anything in the 16th, 17th century, so they had the town clock to look at. Now this would have the bell would have rung up here whenever it was going on, but I think this is like a second hand maybe. Or it might have been a minute's hand or something, because this is clearly the big clock. I don't know what I'm talking about there, but still, it looks lovely. Glazed terracotta works really, really well for that. Limbo, I can't wait to see what you bring to this place. It is going to be gigantic. Excellent stuff. Right, well, thanks Limbo for starting up again. Now, we've got to go off over to one of our Swedish contingents, and that is Pelleholm. So let's go see what Hotkey's been up to. Wow. Okay, that's. I'm actually speechless at looking at that. When I spawned in here to Pelleholm, I was greeted by this orange building, which looks like someone's poured like Fanta or Orange Gina down the side of a building. Okay, Hotkey, yes, interesting. Interesting is the only word I'm going to say about that. That really is going to sound nice. Anyway, welcome to Pelleholm. This place is again being transported over from the old world. So yes, last time we came down here. And we looked up at the church through there, which this view is one of my favourite views in the entirety of the server. So Hotkey, you are sort of greeted with that. Yes, so sorry, let's go and have a look at some new stuff before I get sidetracked by old buildings again. So this is the Swedish town. This is the part of the new country that we have on the server called Kalmar. I think I'm pronouncing it right. And they sit over in the west. No, they sit over on the east side of Europa. Now, what Hotkey's been doing recently is working on the shoreline here. So, what I love, again, gradients. We're going to see a lot of gradients in Europa. People seem to really build with them. But what you've done here is the seawall looks really nice and looks like it's been lapped up upon by all sorts of boats and sort of dirt for quite a while. I mean, that's a clearly good block use there for gradients. Now, what you can see coming up in the distance is the building that I've come to Pelleholm to see. This is the palace. Now, this is based on the palace in Stockholm, and all I can say is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So, I don't even know any other words to describe it. What I can see, though, are these horse statues. Now, I think you built them yourself, did you? Or is this going to stay down here? No. So this is Gustav Adolf II. He, I think, was one of the kings of Sweden who sort of had the war against Poland and that, and took a lot of land in Europe during, correct me if I'm wrong, the 18th century? More than likely, but still, the style of this building is beautiful. I love the mouldings you've got going on around these windows here. Now, I think if we fly up and go on over, yes, I knew this was coming, the really large courtyard inside. So this building's given me a sort of nice Baroque feel about it. They always have their courtyards in Baroque palaces. And what we've got going on here is the four sides, and is that, yeah, look at that texturing and that wall. Ooh. So guys, this episode should probably just be called Gradiented Walls, or something along those lines. Wow. Okay, that's taken me by surprise. I'm not sure if this is finished around here yet, but that's really cool. So Hotkey, lovely stuff. I see you've got some planning going on the ground over here. And was this something else you built last time that we didn't show off? I think it might have been. Yes, that's quite an interesting looking build. To me, personally, I think it looks a bit modern. But I know you guys in Discord were always saying it was actually from about 1910 or something. So that's really nice stuff. So thank you, Hotkey. Welcome to the new server. I can see you're really enjoying yourself here as well. So we're going to carry on sort of in our Kalmar contingent. We're going to go look at Swedish Guy's Town. What an epic name for a Swedish guy who's building stuff on the server. And we're going to see a bit more of Karsland. So you guys remember Karsland from last time. And again, it's been transported over here, as so many of these European towns have been. So that's definitely a running theme throughout this sort of the server at the moment. All of the European towns pretty much got transported over. All of the English towns went, I'm not doing that. I want to build stately homes. So you guys haven't been over here building stately homes. You've been building towns and actually getting on with what the project's all about. So welcome. Welcome. Is this the capital? I might have to ask Hotkey whether his is the capital. But still, this is another Swedish town, part of Kalmar, which is their new country. And I like this bridge. This is a very pretty bridge. The candelabras on top are really nice. I've guessed they're lampposts. But still, it goes to a nice little area out there. We've got some old buildings here from the old server, I believe, which look really nice along the canal here. One side is really nice detailed. Oh, yes, that's the merchant's house that I really liked in the previous video. Yes. Oh, yes. It looks very Victorian, which is nice, but also has that sort of Scandinavian feel about it. Now, we're not going to spend too long looking at that because we looked at it last time. I think if we come on over here, is this a new building? Ooh, I like that. I like the use of the crimson wood in that one. Take note on that one, guys. That is beautiful. So as you can see, planning is a bit up in the air still. I love saying that joke. But I think we do have the town hall to look at over in this direction. Oh, yes. Now this, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, in the comments below. This is based on the town hall in Stockholm. And that's my terrible pronunciation of Stockholm. And I like it. I like what you've done with the roof. I like what you've done with this area down here. The arcade underneath. And yes, look at that gradient going up. That's quite a heavy sort of black gradient at the bottom, but that's how it works because obviously the copper's been washed off over time. And we've got a few other things going on around here, but this is a really interesting spire. Yeah, very, very interesting. That rendered me slightly speechless then. So, Swedish guy, lovely stuff. I cannot wait to see where Karsland turns into. So far, so good. Oh yes, that's the museum from last time. Was not the Capitol building. I'm sorry I called it that. So guys, it's time to go over and see what Goose has been up to over in Gansburg and the Gansburgian Reich. Is that what it's called now? I think so. So there's loads to go see over there. So let's go. It seems the entirety of the Swedish army has followed me over here as well. I hope he doesn't think I've invaded with an army paid for by the Swedes. Yet that isn't what's happened. Although we may have just started World War I. Excuse me, but still, welcome back to Gansburg. Not Gansbury, as I was calling it last time. These guys look really cool with their little berets on. I think Hotkey made them, or maybe even D. Rusty, I think it was him. Enough of looking at those there. This place is really starting to grow. So Goose was doing some work on the Rankhof. I'm so terrible at calling things names, especially in German. So he's shrunk that down a bit, and it's now a bit more to scale, which looks really nice. The cathedral's looking good. I believe... There it is. Ah, the Bahnhof, the train station. Oh, so this building, as Sir Lancelot wrongly guessed, apparently, as Goose has left me a message to just say that in this video, is the main station that was in Berlin. I think it was opened in 1841. And finally closed in the sort of 1940s, after it was bombed out during the war. So far he's just built the facade, but that's enough. That's enough to render me speechless. Oh my god. Let's get a bit closer to it, shall we? Ooh. Ooh, these windows. There is just... You know that meme where it's the guy from Parks and Recs where he's like looking at a picture saying, I've been looking at this for 4 hours. It's so beautiful. I could do that with this. Right, let's stop gushing over that building. There's an opera house somewhere that I need to go see. Is this it? Is this the opera house? I think I got some dignified guests waiting for me somewhere. Ah, this looks like an opera house. Ooh, hello. Wow, look at this place. There is oozing so much detail from everywhere. And oh, there seems to be a little play going on. Is that pig step? Wow, okay, let's see what these guys are up to over here then. Oh no. Wow. Amazing stuff, guys. This is the build team, and they're having... Oh, wow. Yes. Amazing stuff. Wow. Okay, that is... I think we'll leave them to that there, just dancing away, all dressed up. Lovely stuff, guys. Well, thank you for just being awesome, guys. Where is there any private boxes around here, actually? Oh, yeah, maybe here. Come around the side. Well, this is something a bit different. Enough of that. Alright, we'll leave them to it in there. Carry on their dancing. But Goose, Gansburg is incredible. It really, really is. So I think we should leave it there. Let's go see what Ozzy's been up to over in Stouhill and Oostende. I think he's dumped Stouhill, I can't remember now. But let's go see what he's been doing over in Oostende. Okay, so I'm here in Oostende, Ozzy's town, the Belgian coastal town, and I've come across this building. This very, very questionable building. I imagine it's his way of sort of setting out plot sizes and all of that. But I like it. For what it's worth, I noticed it's made out of green glass. I really like what you've done with this place. So, lovely stuff, Ozzy. That's a great start. So I know you've transported your stuff over from the previous world, as, like I said, with so many European builders, and you've been adding more and more to it. So we've got the coast over there, and that now backs on to the Isle of Wight Sea, and also further out across towards the United Colonies. And back that way, a bit further on down, across quite a lot of open plains will be where Hoogedam is, and we'll go to that later on. But let's take a look around here and see what's been going on. This building, Ozzy, I remember you posted it over on Discord recently, and yeah, I like it. It's a lot of detail. To me, it's taken a long time to come round to your detailing, but I think I finally have warmed to it, if that makes sense. I'm finally happy to see it. Oh, hello. What's going on here? Ah, swing set. Oh, this is nearly as good as the cattle grids. Oh, wow. Okay. So come pick me up in a few hours, guys. I'm just going to sit here and swing about. Do you know, I cannot remember the last time I was on a swing. It probably wasn't as long ago as I would like to admit, actually. I'm a full man, a fully grown adult, and I think I probably last went on a swing maybe 5 years ago. But still, this place is looking lovely. Great stuff. I like the sort of brick-coloured granite and terracotta roads you've got going on here, and the tramways with some cars going around. There is life. There is life here, and it oozes from every orifice. Don't ever say that again. Nice little statue on the diagonal. Lovely, lovely stuff. Although, from this angle, it looks more like a dog or a cow than a horse, but that's just me. That's just me. That is just me. So I think there is a hotel to go look down, possibly past the slime-coloured house. Yeah, that's slime, isn't it? I don't know why I thought it was green glass before. If we go on down here, oh, that's pretty cool. Follow on this tram track, and then we come to the... Yes, here we are. This is the hotel that backs onto the seafront front here. I think we showed this off last time, but I can't remember 100%. Still, really nice place. I like what you've done here with this sort of little access onto the beach. I'm going to be doing something similar when I get over to do Westbourne and Sutton, because I just love how seaside towns look. But again, great stuff, Aussie, and I cannot wait to see where the rest of this town goes. So we're going to go over now and see the Vatican in all its glory. So Wobex and Bubex have been working very hard on that. So let's go take a look. So guys, do you remember when we came to the Vatican last time and it was mainly just the interior? There wasn't too much else to show off, and it was featured in the top 10 just as the interior. Well, since moving to the server and since getting set up on here, the entirety of the square, some buildings around it, the actual basilica, and the Pope's office and all sorts of other buildings have been starting to grow up out of the ground here. Wobex and Bubex, you guys are masters of your craft. I'm speechless. Everything I've seen today has rendered me unable to speak. You've got the statues on point, you've got the domes, domey, and you've just got all sorts, even like these little windows through here. We can look inside now and just go, ah, look, we were in there last time. But no, this place is incredible. Oh my lord. Okay. Well, one day I need to build a dome like that. I haven't really built many domes. I think the only dome I've built is the Arma Steiner one. Oh my, the block choices in here is great as well. Lots of detail, lots of colour. The ribbing on it's good, and then you get to the actual like capital up here, and it's even finer indeed. So let's go take a look around the main sort of square as well. You could lose yourself in here thinking you were in the Vatican, like seriously. You know, imagine the hundreds of thousands of people that crowd into here, listen to the Pope talk from up there, and you've got the statue, well, you've got the column in the middle, and you've got so much going on. Anything written on this one? No, I don't think so. Just some signs around the place. So we're going to wander off down into this way quickly, because I've just spied these little areas around here, little kiosk. It's like you've done a full recreation of it. I love how everything's at an angle pretty much. And then you've just got like building upon building, because it's so small, isn't it, in real life, the Vatican? It's just a tiny little place. Ah, is that Bubex's face on there? That's cool. Those are cool little Swiss guards. I think they're called Swiss guards. But yeah, you've got loads more to build still. But guys, incredible stuff. I'm going to wander on down this way as well quickly. I haven't been here yet. I've been saving this for the tour, and you can see why, because my face is just smiling. I'm beaming ear to ear. This is the best thing I've ever seen. Like, I've never seen someone do such a well-built recreation of the Vatican. Ever. Okay, guys. Amazing stuff. So we'll be back here probably next month to see some more progress. I cannot wait for that. So let's go take a look over at Hoogedam and see what Duncan's been up to there. He's been setting up the new sort of canals and all of that. So let's go see. So you find me on the outskirts of Hoogedam, looking up at this beautiful church that Duncan has built. So this was actually built as part of his application, I believe. Yes, I'm just remembering it now. And it's a lovely church. Now, apparently, this was the tallest building in Amsterdam for centuries. It was built in about 1640, and again, it's got this really nice, like, European style to it, this Baroque feel. But you can still see the real sort of Dutch influences with the gabled ends on the building's sort of main walls, and lots of details and mouldings around the windows. The tower and the belfry really do interest me quite heavily. You've gone for the coral usage up here again for the sort of crown on top of all of that for the Royal Dutch insignia, and yeah, it's really good. Now what's looking really nice is when you sort of peek your eye around here, you're starting to get a skyline across Hoogedam. It's one of the most complete towns on the server now, and I cannot wait to see where this place goes. So we've got a few more buildings to look at around Hoogedam. So Duncan has been working very hard, and here is the main sort of article. Now I know we came here previously and I showed you guys the carousel and that, but there's a lot more to see this time. Let me just change the shaders over so we can get a better look at this place. But wow, look at it. There's like a helter-skelter. Does it actually work? I can walk down it? Where's the slide? This is great. We've got more carousels to go sit on and just sort of swing around. I don't know what this one's called, but I guess it's like a carousel again. Is that a Ferris wheel over there? What is this place? And then there's like, yeah, that's cool. Duncan, you are, again, a master. I'm saying again too many times again. But this place is really cool. What's this one over here? Oh, it's like a riding horse. You can sit on here. Now, you always see these in like pictures of Edwardian fairs. I think I don't really see them anymore. I guess because we've got all sorts of like things like the waltzer and more adventurous stuff. So we've got some more carousels here. Another one here. What was this over this way? It's like a fun house, is it? Ooh, yeah. So this way in. Okay. Oh, right. Oh, right. You climb on up. Oh, right. Okay. go on round. And then, what are these all going to do to... Okay, right. Ah! Oh. Now, this is the first interactive thing we've ever had on the server. And I'm a little bit scared about where this is going to go. So, do I go up here? I think one of these is going to make me jump. No. And then down the slide at the end. Ah, this is great fun, Duncan. Love the colours. You've gone for a nice palette here. Where's this take you? Ah, you can stand here and sell things like, roll up, come buy yourself a ticket. I don't know why I'm speaking like that. But yeah, so Duncan, great stuff. Let's go see another thing you've got here, which I think is a church you've built at a 45-degree angle. And here it is. So this is St. Nicholas's church. I'm guessing he's the same St. Nick who is Christmas man. And, I mean, wow. Wow, indeed. Ooh. Ooh. Ah. Sorry, I nearly broke out to sing at Edge of 17 there. Yeah, this is really interesting. A dome on an angle is cool. 45-degree angles are just insane anyway. Oh, that's really cool. Lovely detailed house there. Duncan, you have been working very hard again in Hoogedam, and as I keep saying, I cannot wait to see where this town goes and all your future projects. So lovely stuff. Right, we've got one more person to go see, and that is Fluffy Snail. So he is back. First time in a few months he's been back on the server, and he's taken on another French little town after the town of Room that we showed off a few months ago. So let's go see what he's been up to over in his new town of Yonne. So here we are in the little French countryside town of Yonne, or Yonne, I think that's how you say it. I mean, I say that after every word I pretty much say anyway, so it never really matters. Hello, this is a really nice little river. So Fluffy Snail is a lovely builder. He's been building with me on the server since about November 2019, so he's one of the old guard at this point now. And what he does is beautiful renditions of sort of French and Dutch inspired towns. So I think he's chosen to go with a bit more of a French style this time, because why not? That's a very nice church in the background here. So a little bit of history about this town is it's going to be a mustard factory somewhere around here, and that'll be their main export on the sort of world stage. So far we've got this nice little house here, this little farmhouse, with a huge stables here at a diagonal. Nice. I need to get on to building. I haven't built a town yet, and I'm very scared about that. Lovely sort of medieval field set up around here, covered with more trees and sort of plant life around it. We've got a hotel, I think this is, overlooking the river, and a little lake up here. Oh, that's fancy. Oh, I like that very much. Yes, I haven't really put any details in the bottom of my rivers yet. And then we've got the church up over here on the hill. Nice stuff. I like the warm colour you've gone for with the roof tiles and also the bricks as well, using sort of stripped oak with some actual oak in there to give it a bit more of a brick detail. Very nice big large clock face. I like it. So Fluffy Snail, I can't wait to see where this place goes. I can't wait to see the mustard factory as well. That's going to be quite an interesting one. So lovely, lovely stuff. So guys, that really does conclude the server update tour for February 2021. We've obviously moved server, and you guys can see how much everyone has been working. And March, I reckon, is going to be even bigger. We're going to have more and more to show, and absolutely incredible stuff. Hopefully, Wolverhampton gets started by then, so I can show that off to you guys, because I really want to start building that. So guys, without further ado, remember, get inspired, get building, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.